She sent her daughter-in-law to the sacred river, knowing fully well that it is dangerous. Erimma and her son, Uzonna, lives among other people in their village. Erimma lost her husband many years ago. She had only 2 children, one daughter and one son, who is Uzonna. Erimma gave birth to her daughter and gave birth to Uzonna after 5 years. So, her daughter got married and it was only her and Uzonna that's living together. As an only son, Uzonna was expected to get married early. So when it was time for him to get married, his mother advised him not to marry from their village, but to go to a faraway village and get married. When he asked why, his mother told him that he doesn't like the maidens of their community, and he doesn't like their community at all because the members of the community were the ones that killed her husband and made her a widow. Uzonna adhered to his mother's advice. He went to a faraway village and got married to a young lady called Ijeoma. When Uzonna got married to Ijeoma, Erimma loved Ijeoma so much. She takes care of her like her own daughter. They were getting along like mother and daughter. But Erimma told Ijeoma not to associate with so many people in the community. When Ijeoma asked why, Erimma told her that the people of the community are very wicked, that they killed her husband, and if given the chance, they could kill her and her son too. So she wouldn't want anyone from her family to associate with the people of the community. Ijeoma listened to her mother-in-law and she limited the number of people she communicated with in the village. So one day, Erimma sent Ijeoma to the sacred river in the community. She sent her there with a very strict instruction not to talk to anybody or to listen to anybody on the way. She gave her a clear direction to the river so that she won't have to ask anybody for direction on the way. She said to Ijeoma, go to Ngene River and fetch me some water. You know, I only drink water from Ngene River. I don't drink any other water except there. So go there and fetch me some water, as I can't go by myself. I'm feeling very tired. But as you are going, please don't speak to anyone and don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anything anybody will want to say to you. Just go straight to the river and fetch me some water. Ijeoma took the clay pot handed to her by her mother-in-law and went straight to the river. She fetched water from the river and came back. But one thing Ijeoma did not know is that the river was sacred and it is a taboo for a young lady to go to the river. It's only elderly women who have stopped seeing their menses and elderly men that can go to the river and still be safe, because the river goddess of the community lives in that particular river and she doesn't like seeing young ladies. Any young lady that goes to the river will never live to see the light of day. So Ijeoma went to the river and fetched some water and came back. Erimma told Ijeoma, please don't tell your husband that I sent you to that river. You know your husband loves you so much and he wouldn't love to hear that I stressed you that much. So Ijeoma agreed. She did not tell her husband anything, but she was surprised at how people were staring at her when she was heading towards the road to the river. But she didn't count it as anything. So at night, Ijeoma and her husband went to bed. But when it was morning, her husband woke up and found his wife dead. He screamed and called on his mother. His mother rushed to their room and was very surprised that Ijeoma was dead. They mourned, they cried, and they buried her. Erimma and her son Uzonna continued living together alone again until after 2 years when Uzonna decided to get married again. She went to another village and get married to another young lady. When the young lady came, Erimma still loved her and cared for her like her own daughter. And one day, she still sent her to that same river to go and fetch water, that same dangerous river. And the wife, not suspecting anything, went to the river. Erimma also gave her the same strict instruction not to listen or talk to anybody because the people of the community are very wicked. They were the ones that killed her husband and may kill them too if they are given the chance. So the wife went to the river without suspecting anything. She fetched some water and came back home. And Erimma still told her, please don't tell your husband that I sent you to the river to fetch water because he will not like it. The wife agreed and did not say anything to her husband. So at night, the wife and the husband went to bed. Unfortunately, the next morning, the husband found out that his wife had died. Again, this is the second time he is losing his wife the same way. The villagers still gathered. They mourned and buried the wife. Uzonna was confused. He don't know what was happening to him. He couldn't believe that he lost his two wives in a space of 3 years without any sign of sickness, without a trace, because the two of his wives that died, he cannot explain what happened to them because they will be very healthy, very cheerful the previous day, only to be found dead the next morning. He was confused and he decided that he will never marry again. That is possible that his destiny was never to get married. As time goes on, he started getting persuaded by his friends to get married again. At first, he was hesitant, but later he succumbed. He decided to give marriage a chance again. His mother still insists that he should not marry from their village, so he went to another faraway village and got married to his third wife. Watch out for the next part of the story to learn what happened to the third wife. Like, share and comment on this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more stories that touches the heart.